Hey everybody, Josh here, RV Nerd of Bish's RV, and a question I get all the time is like people look at the Jayco fifth wheel lineup and they see two big luxury fifth wheels. You have a North Point and you have a Pinnacle. And it used to be a little easier to understand the differences between them, but North Point's gotten better recently. They've gotten wide body. They now offer paint packages, kind of like Pinnacle does over here. So what really separates them? What are the differences between North Point and Pinnacle, and which one's better for you? To help you answer that today, I brought in the expert. And if you appreciate how we get everybody involved to get you those answers, hit that subscribe button and maybe bust out the notepad. This could be helpful.
Hi, my name's Mike Aplin. I'm the Senior Product Director here at Jayco RV, and we are here in Las Vegas for our 2024 Dealer Homecoming event. We're really excited because this is all new stuff for you, the consumer and the dealer. So without further ado, we're going to talk about the Pinnacle and the North Point. We're going to talk about some similarities. We're going to talk about some packages that we talk about, and I want to show you guys all the things that make it a Jayco, a Pinnacle, and a North Point. So when we come over here, one of the first things that we talk about is the full body paint. Now, we've had full body paint before on Pinnacle. That's not new, but we actually have 3 new full body paint jobs for this year. This is going to be more of a classic silver. We have a little bit of pinstriping going on. We also have a couple that are more darker colors, more black and gray with a gold pinstripe and a silver pinstripe. So that's something of a Pinnacle. However, for this year, first time ever, North Point. North Point has 3 full body paint jobs, and that's just based off of customer and dealer feedback. They're like, Mike, why in the world can't we get an option for paint? Well, guess what? For this year, North Point. You can also see we also did all of this embossed lettering right here that spells out North Point and by Jayco. It's all chrome, and on the Pinnacle it'll be a black chrome, so when it's outside it looks fantastic. So really excited. We have 3 different colors in this as well, so first time ever painting the North Point. So both of them, Pinnacle and North Point. You're going to say, well, why would you have paint in both? Why not? Choice, folks. Listen, at the end of the day, we have people that buy Pinnacle, some people that buy North Points. At the end of the day, though, what do we care what you buy, right? We want you to be happy, and if we never had an option available for you for in the North Point, we're offering it now. We want to check every box we can, get you into that Jayco family, and just have you enjoy your unit. So one of the things that a lot of customers ask, they'll say, Mike, why in the world, is there differences between the two? I mean, I understand there's Pinnacle, I understand there's North Point, but kind of help me walk through that a little bit. What does that look like to you? Well, about 3 years ago, I started on this mission of trying to bridge the gap a little bit more. There was a big wide gap between Pinnacle and North Point. Well, if you look now, there's a lot of similarities. And you know, at Jayco, you do not get better as you get more expensive. And what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of manufacturers will, as you go up in price and content, you go up in quality, you go up in construction, you go up in insulation, you go up in tires, you go in running gear. I'm going to tell you right now, Jayco, we don't settle for any of that. If it's the best, it's going on both. You're not going to settle, well, I only paid for a North Point. I'm not expecting, no, it's not how it works. When we have a North Point, you're going to get 17.5-inch H-rated 16-play tires. You're going to get the same thing on a Pinnacle, okay? You're going to get Dexter axles. You're going to get anti-lock braking system with sway mitigation, standard. You see where I'm going with this? You don't get better, folks. However, think of Pinnacle as more like a package, okay? If I tell you that I have the GE suite of appliances in both coaches, if I tell you I have the running gears the same, heck, we have 40-pound bottles. Nobody does that, particularly in these price points. You have a 40-pound bottle here, you have 2 more on the other side. That's 120 pounds of LP. What do you see in the other guys? 2 30s. You don't get better. Same, okay? So I want to make sure we understand what we're really talking about. However, there are going to be some differences. It's no different than on a pickup truck. You order a pickup truck, you may have an LT model, you might have an LTZ model. Guess what? Same engine, same transmission. But what's the difference? It's going to be a trim level. Also, bells, whistles, and floor plans. That's the key. We have some floor plans that are same. We have some that are very similar, and then we have some that are unique to itself. For example, the 38 FBRK, that is a Pinnacle, only a Pinnacle. We have a 382 FLRB. Yes, we have something similar, the FLGS and the Pinnacle, but it's not same. So we want to make sure that we're covering all our bases with the customers, okay? Now, when we get into some specifics, there are some things, and I'm probably going to leave a few things out, but cedar line wardrobes, things like rear caps on the Pinnacle, You're going to get some different bells and whistles and amenities throughout the coach. But for this year, 2025 model, and this is what we're talking about for the 2025 model year. So we're at the rear of the coach now. So you can see what we did. Even though this is a flat fiberglass, this doesn't have a cap like the Pinnacle. That's going to be the upgrade. Notice how we still followed the same lines with the paint all the way around to give it that big window effect. We also painted in the taillight section here as well. So this is just a direct emulation of what we're doing on the Pinnacle. But remember, the Pinnacle has a full fiberglass cap, something you'd see more along lines in a big diesel motorhome. Another difference is going to be the outside TV. So of course we run 4K smart TVs on everything. We run 4K smart TVs on both the North Point Pinnacle. In fact, we do it on all my products, all the luxury fifth wheels. We got on the Seismic Luxury North Point Pinnacle. 4K smart TV, but this 32-inch TV is accessible obviously from the outside. This is not available on a North Point. This is going to be one of the upgrades that we talk about of the Pinnacle package, if you will. But this is what I wanted to show you. It's a simple thing to show on the outside of the coach. And then as we move around again, I'll get back to that cap. So that full fiberglass cap that you see in a high-end motorhome, now you can see the difference. Now, look at the similarities again. We still have the big window effect with the black paint. We still have the taillight section. Everything's the same. And then once again, both products will have the embossed autochrome on the back. And that stuff has just turned out to be fantastic. Probably one of the biggest things that the dealers this week have complimented on was the aesthetic look of the Pinnacle and the North Point badging on the full body paints. Another difference on Pinnacle, once again, it's going to be a Pinnacle package. That's the way I look at it, right? This is a power cord reel. Now, is that available on North Point? It's not available. That's going to be exclusive just to the Pinnacle again. So when you're at your dealer and you're sitting with your salesperson, you're speccing out your units, you're looking what's on their lot, make sure that you know the difference, because this is not going to be available on a North Point. It's just going to be on a Pinnacle floor plan. We're back in the inside of a Pinnacle. Now this is a 2025 model. We get to these differences. What are these differences we keep referring to? Now, this is the new 38 kPTS. Used to be the 36 kPTS. This has been completely revamped with the doors, the drawers. We have all of the countertop. There's going to be some other things that I'm going to show you too, but remember, bells, whistles, and floor plans. That's the separator between a Pinnacle and North Point. And guess what? This floor plan doesn't exist in a North Point. So once again, you may ask yourself, well, you know, I want a Pinnacle. Oh, I want a North Point. What floor plan do you want? Because they may not be the same. And in my humble opinion, floor plan is king. And I think we offer some of the best floor plans in the market year in and year out, and some of the most innovative as well. Here's another innovative feature for you. Now this is going to be in both products because I like it so much. It can't just be a Pinnacle, it's got to be in a North Point too. You have the dinette that's always been our traditional one forever. You know, you lifted it up, you pulled out the add a leaf, whatnot. Well, now it's as simple as this. I can just take it like a garage door, and look how the sections just keep going and going and going. And of course, it's going to come with two folding chairs that match these as well. But you see the elbow and the knee room that you had before? I mean, there's still some people out there putting the pedestals in the way of your knees. You can see how much room that you have, and it's so simple. It's kind of like a bread box. It's kind of like a garage door. It works off of kind of a tension of a bungee system back there that keeps everything taut, but it's as simple as this. I just lift up, and literally, it walks in by itself, and you can see how simple that is. So that is a new feature, and that was based off of customer and dealer feedback as well. Another cool feature is going to be the waterfall edge. Waterfall edges look really cool, but they don't do anything. They're just for look until you make it functional. Now, this is going to be not only a bar top, this is also going to be a countertop extension, and it's so simple. It works off of some real powerful magnets, and all you do is you pull it out first. I just pulled it out. What's next? Pretty simple. And look at the strength of this. Now I've extended this. Now I can put bar stools here. Now I can play games. Now I can have extra people eating around it. It's just extra counter. Who doesn't want extra countertop space? But there are differences between a North Point and Pinnacle, okay? Another feature that we have for this year, and we're debuting at the show, we actually spent over $150,000 on a piece of machinery to make our own drawers. I'm not saying we had bad drawers before, but I can tell you this. They're not these drawers. Solid hardwood, dovetail jointed everywhere for strength. This is what you're going to find in custom new home builds, and if it's good enough for that, darn sure it's good enough for a North Point and Pinnacle and all of my customers. So that is going to be standard equipment all the way down into the seismic luxury. It's also going to be in all of your North Points and Pinnacles. Now let's get back to some of the differences again. Things like options. Remember, I keep saying bells, whistles, options, and floor plans. Those are some of the differences. Well, how about a standard heat pump? That's standard in the Pinnacle, optional in North Point. So you see where I'm going? The power cord reel that we talked about, the rear cap, the cedar line wardrobe. There's going to be differences throughout. What do we do for kitchen solutions? It's simple. How about some more storage, right? You can't have too much. Well, we always had that butcher block on the end. We've had it for years, and you just saw how I demonstrated the new flip up, the solid surface waterfall edge. This is another thing, storage solutions. Well, how about the cutting board? Well, a cutting board's great, but guess what? If you can't put it in the trash can, probably not going to do much good. So that's what we've done. We have it built right underneath our trash can. We have the solid hardwood on there. We dump everything in when we're done. It's not too difficult. We just put it in, soft closed drawers, and then we just keep going to more storage solutions. So another separator, Pinnacle, built-in dishwasher. That is standard in a Pinnacle, not available in a North Point, not even available as an option, guys. That is going to be something that's going to separate and be part of that Pinnacle package, okay? But one of the cool things that we did when we talk about these storage solutions is that we put in different things, and I troll the forums like crazy. That's what I do. And when I find something on there that hits more than 3 times, you have my attention. So, cookie sheets. Who doesn't want cookie sheet storage? Dedicated, right? So we do that as well. We separate everything out in its own cabinet, and then to the left of it, guess what? Now I have full pot and pan storage as well. Soft close on all the cabinet doors as well for this year, that's new. And then we have another separator for all of our spatulas and knickknacks. So once again, everywhere you look in a Pinnacle, not all this is available on a North Point. We do have it in some floor plans, but not to this extent. When you get into the Pinnacle product, we're going to put in more storage solutions for you. Lastly, on a Pinnacle, some of the separators between it and North Point is going to be the wood. Now this wood, yes, it is expensive. It is more expensive wood than what we put in the North Point. So we dedicated to it. This is all hand painted and hand 90 sheened. We also do, if you notice, all of your fascia boards. You can just feel how smooth it is, but it gives it a very clean, modern look, and that's what we were looking for. And ever since we went to this style wood, this look of wood, the Pinnacle numbers just shot through the roof for 2024. But notice there's no mechanical fasteners either. You know, one of the things when you walk into a fifth wheel, I highly encourage you to take a look at some of the fit finish, the staples, the putties, and things like that. I challenge you to walk around this entire coach and try to find any of that, because we've actually done something different here, and I'd like to share it with you, but I don't want everybody to know how we're doing this. But we've eliminated all of the staples, all the mechanical fasteners. You don't have that, or if you do have it in your house, you're trying to find a way to get rid of all that. Well, we're doing that for you here at Jayco. So remember, at the end of the day, bells, whistles, floor plans, those are going to be your big separators, okay? But a Pinnacle is more or less a package. You don't get better as you get more expensive, but you will get some amenities and some things in a Pinnacle that just aren't available in a North Point.
So I'd be curious, now that you've kind of learned that they're really more similar than different, you know, given the choice, which one would you go with and why? Now, it is fair to note that they do have a different set of floor plans. Some are similar, but they don't exactly overlap. So maybe, now that you know they're more similar than different, it just boils down to which one has the better floor plan for you. I'd love to hear from you, and if you like what we've done for you today, hit that subscribe button and catch us on the next one. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.